You have this Martin Lawrence, same thing, and then I've read somewhere or heard somewhere where Martin Lawrence didn't even want you in Bad Boys.
Yeah. No, it was the other way.
Okay, you didn't want him?
The studio didn't want me. Martin had the script.
Oh, wow.
Right, so the studio didn't want me, and Martin said he wouldn't do it if it wasn't with me.
Oh, wow.
Right, so Martin wanted, he had the script, and you know, he was looking at Eddie. And his sister was like, you know, I really think you need to do this.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
His sister was like, I really think you need to do it with Will. And he thought about it, and he called me, and we had a meeting. And then the studio was like, yeah, no, you know, it's like both of us were, we were successful on TV, but we weren't Eddie, right? So they wanted to do it with Eddie. And Martin was like, after we met, he was like, nope.
Were y'all close already at that point or not
we
yet?
weren't. We met. He called me to come to his house to pitch Bad Boys. And we met. We had a dinner at his house, and we met that night for Bad Boys.
That's dope.
Yeah. And then just ever since then, it's like, it's hard to have real relationships. Well, you know, but like in this business, it's hard to have real relationships because what happens, especially, you know, in movies, you're talking about, you know, 5, 10,
Months,
$20 million. No, $20 million,
okay,
right?
my bad.
When you're talking about, you're talking about real. You're talking about,
my fault. I'm all my shit up.
When you're talking about real money, it's really hard for somebody to make a decision for a relationship over a decision for money. You know, and it's like Martin is, you know, one of those relationships. It's like one of my real relationships are before movies. Like, you know, we in Philly and you looking around and like, you know, like the youngest of my squad got 20 years, you know.
Yeah, I see Uncle O here. He older than mine. That's my
you know, so it's like, you know, I'm in this season of my life, I'm really taking notice to those things, right? First day on the set of Bad Boys 4, you know, I'm going. And Martin said, hey. He said, man, we made 3 of these and we don't really remember a lot. He was like, we're going to pay attention for this one.
Okay, when he said we remember a lot,
what me? Because we just like, we were running, not paying attention. He was like, no. It was day one. He was like, no, slow down. And it's like, we're going to take in.
Like live in the experience.
We're going to live in the experience. You know, and it was really good. And we kind of settled down. He was like, we're going to make the movie. It's going to be good or it's going to not be good. He was like, but what we have is our attention.
That's dope.
And I was like, got it. And we just really just settled down. And it's like, you know, that's my dude right there, man. Like, he is as authentic a person as you will ever meet.
I didn't even want you in Bad Boys.
I wanted to do it with Eddie Murphy, and, you know, that's my man. I was like...
I'm sitting right here, Mark. It was the other way. So the studio didn't want me, and Martin said he wouldn't do it if it wasn't with me. He had the script, and you know, he was looking at Eddie. Both of us were, we were successful on TV, but we weren't Eddie, right? So they wanted to do it with Eddie. And he called me and we had a meeting. And then the studio was like, yeah, no. And Martin was like, after we met, he was like, no. It's really hard for somebody to make a decision for a relationship over a decision for money.
Will Smith, that's what happens if you choose money over relationships. Remember, the Bible says love for the money is the root of all evil.
Roger. Tell these
King Gus.
subscribe to the Prophet channel.
Oh, they got you.